How can you go from being a beginner runner to a pro runner? The other day, I had someone ask me, actually one of our staff members, La Fabrica, who's just getting into running. They were asking me, how do I progress from being a beginner runner to a more intermediate runner, and then maybe eventually to an advanced runner? Today we're going to talk about a couple of tips about how to progress as a runner and as an athlete. So first thing, patience. It's going to take a while. Generally, we say to increase your volume no more than 10% per week. So if you think about that right now, I'm running 3 times per week for 5 kilometers each time. So my total volume for that week is 15 kilometers I'm running in the week. If I want to increase that volume, the next week I could add 1.5 kilometers more. The next week it might be another 1.5 kilometers more. And in a few weeks I could maybe progress it 2 kilometers more. So that progression needs to be quite slow. The second thing is, if you are beginning your journey not just as a runner, but as an athlete in general. Previously I maybe was active, but I was never really doing a lot of sports. One thing that we need to think about when running, your intensity control. We want to go easy. Most of the time you want to run or do sports very easy. Why? Because just by running, just by jogging, you're already going to increase your effort level probably quite a lot. And what we don't want to do is that every time you're running, it should not feel like you're out of breath every time you go for a run. In the beginning, that might feel like you're running very slowly, but that is okay. That is normal. We all start by running very slowly. And then as time goes and you spend more time and you increase your volume, then you'll start to slowly, gradually feel faster. Then once you feel after a while, some months, you've just been doing some volume, easy volume, and you want to push a little bit more, I want to become a little bit faster. At a certain point, we start to introduce intervals. So we want to do some sort of efforts that push our intensity level higher, and that will just bring our level up little bit by little bit. And then we can start to play with various types of efforts. Maybe at that point might be a time where you can join a running club. Maybe they do efforts. They have a weekly run where they do some sort of effort together as a group. That's always a really nice way to do it, especially when you're starting, because you can rely a little bit on experience from others and you can kind of tag on to a group effort, which is always nice and motivating. At least 80% of your running should be very easy. Number one thing is patience. Build slowly. Most of the time, run slow. Even if that in the beginning means that it feels like you're running very slow. You should be able to have a conversation with your friend while you're jogging or running together and enjoy it. Those are my tips for beginner runners.